Hey guys, Foxdrop here, welcome back to our Spectates series. Today we are e-stalking the man, the myth, the legend. It is Faker in the mid lane on his Zed. Faker, when he won World Championships in Season 3, chose his skin to be put onto Zed. Not literally, that'd be a little bit weird, but he has the SKT Zed skin after Faker. It's his favourite champion, he's the best Zed in the world, arguably. The 1v1 Zed, Faker versus Rio, is probably the most iconic clip of League of Legends esports history, and so now we are spectating him and seeing how he does, because the lethality build from this 7.2 is really meta now. It's really strong, it's really good, and this is the lethality build on Zed. I've showcased it a lot on junglers, Graves for example, Shaco, Kha'Zix, but now we're going to be seeing it on a mid laner. So the purpose of these videos, guys, is really want to just watch what these players are doing and kind of learn from them. So that, like, we're not just showing them off. Obviously we want to do a bit of that to enjoy the video as well, but we are going to be trying to learn how they're playing and try and take that into our games. So first thing to note here is that Faker is playing very passive in the early phases of the lane, which makes a lot of sense. He's against Jace. Jace is arguably one of the hardest laners to play against because he has constant ranged harass onto you, both with abilities and with auto attacks, and then also on top of that, if you try and gap close in onto him, he can also do pretty well in the melee stage of things as well. So we can see Faker's already struggling here. He started with the refillable potion, which in my opinion is quite a ballsy, because refillable potion doesn't give you as much regen as you would like in the lane phase, so he's expecting to not get too much poke, hopefully, because he's not got that much regen. He's not got a lot of potions. For your runes and masteries as well, guys, Faker here has gone for AD reds, lethality quints, health per level yellows, and mixed magic resist per level and flat magic resist blues. So pretty much standard stuff, except a little bit surprising on the choice of yellows. Health per level is in general not surprising, but against a Zed to not go armor, against a Jace, sorry, to not go armor, to me that's surprising. That's pretty surprising. Anyway, so first thing, well, I'm going to take a look at the gold totals here for Faker, because I don't know for sure, obviously, I'm not Faker, but did this Lee Sin just use his gap closer here if I had flash there? I think what Faker might do here is he might save for 750 gold, get his serrated Dirk, and then recall. I don't think he's going to stay out until... I don't think he's going to recall until he can afford his serrated Dirk, so we'll skip forward here. Masteries, by the way, guys, 0, 18, 12. Thunderlords Decree, but 12 points in the utility tree, not ferocity. Interesting thing to note there. Let's take a look at his gold. He's 100 gold off right now. Playing very passive still. This is something which, you know, a lot of times I'll see in especially lower elo solo queue. I do it myself, to be honest, so yeah, I'm 100% guilty of doing this. Whenever I'm playing lane, I always play like to 100% try and carry the game. I never play just to go even or just to farm. I always play to try and do my best to like hard carry and to fight the enemy player. So here comes Elise with a nice cheeky gank from the backside. Faker doesn't want to go in too fast here, too early, because he knows that Jace can turn on him and do a lot of damage to him. So he doesn't overcommit to that. Instead, he plays it a lot more passive. He does use his ignite though there, but Jace also used his flash, so it's a pretty good trade. So now this does also open up the play for Faker here. If he gets decent harass onto the Jace, he can go in for the all-in, and specifically when he reaches level 6, he can do the same thing. This Jace now that doesn't have exhaust or flash, when Faker gets level 6, I'm expecting him to try and make a play onto the Jace, because that should be an easy play for this guy, for Faker to make. Now, if you see the way that... Oh, this isn't good. Oh, he's out. Oh, nice. He's alive. Good flash. Very close, but good flash. Good job, Faker, mate. You're not dead. Not just yet. So this is something which is cool to note, is that Faker has played ridiculously passive throughout the whole lane phase, just purely focused on farming. He's not trying to stomp the lane, he's not trying to force it and try and win. Now for you guys watching, you may think, oh, it's obvious, it's Zed versus Jace, you can't do anything. Well, you'd be surprised in solo queue, if you watch your laners play, they always try and play to win the lane really hard from the get-go. So they're always playing aggressive, always trying to make it happen. They never play chill. I do this as well. They never play chill. They always try their best just to I guess he doesn't want that kill. They always try their best just to proper stomp. And sometimes you don't need to do that. Like you can see here, Faker's just... He's more than happy just to chill out, just to farm up. And there it is. So like I said, he has gone for his serrated Dirk as his first back. I do want to quickly just get rid of... Wait, can I... God... Oh yeah, there it is. Chat. I don't want the chat to be there. That's a little bit distracting. But here we go. He's poising for a dive here. So, before we get into this, we need to take a note about what's going down to make this a successful dive. First things first. If you're going for a successful dive, if you're going for a dive in general, you can't get counter ganked. If you get counter ganked, it's all over. You're donezo. So he needs to make sure that Lee Sin isn't around here or Jace isn't around here to match the gank. Now, he's pretty sure Jace isn't here because he just died. He's most likely be running back to mid. Lee Sin, I wasn't really paying attention. Maybe he showed somewhere. I wasn't really paying attention, like I say. But hopefully, considering that this could be a quick job, it doesn't necessarily matter if Lee Sin shows up or not. And I'm pretty sure as well, if you're going for this dive, you're going to have to know what summoners are up. And I'm pretty sure they probably would have communicated. As we can see here, Zyra has no summoners. Miss Fortune has her flash. So he's going to use the blast cone to get over the wall. He's going jumping in. Boom. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Here's the Lee Sin with the counter gank. Like I said, this is the worst case scenario. But he's jumped in on 0 health. He's dodging out a tower aggro. This could be kind of ugly here. Nice. Now imagine if Lee Sin had joined that play when he wasn't on 40% health. Can you imagine what would have happened here? That would have been extremely risky. We know Jace is here as well, so he's got to run through the tower, which is not ideal. Karma's given up on life. She's donezo. And so is Faker as well. So this is the thing. If you get counter ganked, it's not so good. In the end, that was a 2 for 2, which is not so bad, to be perfectly honest. Like, it's not terrible, but it wasn't ideal. They started the gank fine. He uses the blast cone to close the gap rather than using his W or anything like that. So he only uses his W for the combat. So they get a really nice kill on the Miss Fortune. That's easy peasy lemon squeezy. If the enemy team only bot lane had summoners there, like Heal, for example. Specifically, Heal would have been a big one to cock block that play. You don't want to be under the tower for longer than you have to be, because obviously that's really risky if you're going to be doing that. But, like, you know, if the Lee Sin had shown up on anything more than like 40% health, that would have been a really, really bad position for Faker's team there. Like, if Lee Sin was there on full health, that would have just been, like, so bad. You know, Lee Sin died there, but if he... The only reason why... Karma and why Faker and Karma didn't die instantly there is because Lee Sin couldn't go in on him. Lee Sin couldn't go in on them because he had 40% health, you know, and so instead Lee Sin dies. But if Lee Sin hadn't died there and he would have gone in, that would have been just as bad. Nice bait here from the Jace here as well. Let's see, Faker, does he have his ult? He does have his ult. Let's see what he's going to do. He might try and dodge a skill shot or go in on the Jace where there he is. He dodged the Jace Q, jumps in. Fancy moves, jumps back out again, sets up the kill for his team. He's still going. He's not had enough. He's going to keep. He's looking for something. He's looking for something. Everybody's looking for something, as they say. Is he going to go for the Zyra? Oh, look at that! He gets the double Q on 2 people. Really? Faker, mate. It's just a video game. You can't be doing that shit. Nice stuff. Beautiful. So specifically, the really important thing to note about that play, just by itself, is the way Faker used his ultimate. He used it to block damage from an ability, and the ability he blocked with was the Jace's Q in hammer form. So he dodges the Jace's melee form ability there, and also he manages to kind of bait out the exhaust a little bit too. Ideally, I think Jace would have waited on that exhaust until Faker had jumped in with his ultimate, because then he would have obviously blocked the damage while his ulti was going down and completely negated a lot of the not completely negated, but moderately negated some of the damage from Zed's ult. But I think what Jace was thinking there was Faker's getting away, let's chase him down. Anyway, now we're seeing the part of the lane phase where Faker is going to become really, really oppressive around the level 9 mark. Lower cooldowns, higher damage on your abilities, more items obviously as well. And with a blue buff, a lot of people don't give blue buff over to energy champions like Zed, but it's very good on them. You can just spam your abilities 24/7. But Zed with blue buff just pops out is all of his abilities all the time, and he's just endlessly harassing this Jace. So it's really, really nice. Like at this point, 80 CS at 10 minutes, 20 CS up on Jace. Jace was stomping this guy early on, not stomping, but you know, like Faker couldn't do anything in the early game because it's Jace, you know, but he just played chill, he just farmed, and now look at him. He's in a pretty good spot. So let's skip forward here. See if he goes for anything more than just pushing into the tower and stuff. Notice how Faker is just deliberately pushing all the time. Because every time he just hard pushes now that he's strong enough to roam around and make plays. He hard pushes and then he just roams. Which is what he's done here. So he's roaming up to the top side now. Is he going to go for the Jace or the Fiora? If anyone, he might not even go in on this. Nice. Oh, nice block by Fiora. Can he do it? A little bit risky here. Not quite enough. Is he going to back out of this one? I think he might back out. Oh, he's still going for it. Faker, mate. Oh, he's almost done it. He wants it. Oh, there it is. Faker, please. He's eaten by the Tom Kent. Tom Kent's going to spit him out and he's going to... Oh, is he actually going to get this, though? Oh, spicy. That deserves a replay in slow-mo, in my humble opinion. Here he comes. The flash in. Wait, I have to put it. Flash in. Flash auto attack. On one. Q onto the Fiora. Immediately switches on to the Jace. Beautiful stuff. I honestly don't know if Faker wanted to be eaten there. I don't know whether that actually helped him or not. But either way, that's 3 kills for him. I'm sure he's happy about that. He'll be buying into the Yumu's here as well, most likely. He's got a shit ton of gold, right? 2,000 gold. That's the Yumu's and probably some more longswords as well. Notice, by the way, look how many control wards are going down this game for people. 2 control wards on the support from the red team here. 1 control ward on the AD carry, 1 control ward on the jungler. Faker has a control ward. Lise has control ward. Well, she did have a control ward. She just put it down. And Karma has control ward. So many control wards going down, guys. Just buy control wards all the time. They're really good. So what's he bought here? He's got the Yumu's and another longsword, like I said he would do. Good start to your lethality build. Lethality is busted right now. You do so much damage to squishies in the early game. It's crazy stuff. And also Ninja Tabby is quite an interesting pickup because normally you don't get Ninja Tabby, I guess, on what? You don't associate Ninja Tabby with assassins, but against someone like Jace, a lot of physical damage. The armor is really useful, and also because it'll be harassing Zed in his ranged form, the Ninja Tabby are actually really, really, really useful. So a good choice to pick up there against any sort of auto attack harassing champion. So Faker's actually harassing this guy under tower now. He's stepped up his game. The downside to doing this is that it is quite risky if you get ganked from the side. But if you look here, look at where Faker has vision here. Complete vision on the right side of the map. So if you'll watch Faker's movements here. If he ever uses his W aggressively, he'll move down here. He's baited out the exhaust. What was that, Faker, mate? Almost. Lee Sin, unlucky. 50 health, that was kind of close. But still, if you look at where... That was a bit of a bad example because Faker actually didn't all in there. But if he ever goes aggressive and uses his W aggressively, which is going to means that he can't then use it defensively, he'll be hugging the bottom side because he'll be hugging the side where he's got vision because that's where he knows Lee Sin isn't going to be. If he doesn't have vision on the top side, Lee Sin could quite easily be around here. But if he does have vision all the way around here, then it's safe for Zed to hug this side, assuming he doesn't see Lee Sin there, obviously. It's safe for Faker to hug that side because that's how he's going to get away with not getting ganked by Lee Sin. Playing around his vision. This is something that's just interesting to note by itself, though. So much vision control this game. It's really crazy. Like, so much vision control. Incredible amounts of vision. It's really nice. Really nice to see. Something that will be nice to have in solo queue in your games, no doubt. Half health from a combo. This Faker, by the way, has not missed many of these combos. He puts his W down on someone, eases them to slow them down, and then hits them with the Q on both his shadow and his body. Like the real Faker and the fake Faker, so to speak. The fakeception. He's always hitting his combo. It's really good stuff. Faker, mate, I'm not sure you want to be doing this. I think this is a bad idea, bro. Alright, just hashtag just Faker things. Just Faker things. He doesn't give a shit. Second lethality item here, guys. He's gone for the straighted Dirk once again. If you look at the item builds of pretty much everyone in this game, everyone that can be building lethality is building lethality. Jace has rushed to Yumu's Misfortune, Yumu's serrated Dirk, Jin, Yumu's Edge of Night, Zed, Yumu's serrated Dirk. So a lot of lethality coming down here. Pretty busted stat, as you can tell. This is quite a nice move here by Faker as well, just backing up his support as his support goes to fight for vision. Always backing up his team so that his team doesn't just get caught out trying to fight for vision here. This is a bit of a risky one. These guys probably don't want to take a fight here because they're outnumbered. Some harass is fine, but you want to be careful because you don't know where Lee Sin is necessarily. Or sorry, you don't know where Zyra is there. I think it was Zyra. She just showed up basically, but you know you're outnumbered, and you also don't know where everyone is. So best case scenario, you're outnumbered. Worst case scenario, you're gonna get collapsed on by everyone on the enemy team. So here he goes. He's missed his W. Is he gonna jump back to it? He's out of range, isn't he? No worries though. Here comes Time Kench delivering the karma. Not sure you want to do that kind of delivery service, mate. I think the phrase is deliver from evil, not deliver straight into the heart of evil. He's seen the Fiora. He fancies the Fiora. Here comes the 1v1, boys. Nope. He's given up. Is he going to go for it still? He's going for it. Oh, he's baited out the riposte. Here he goes. We're doing this in slow-mo. He presses R, he jumps in, he ignites. Oh, he Q flashes with the auto attack. And holy shit, what the hell was that? I wasn't even expecting that, man. Q flash with the auto attack. That is spicy. So that was actually really cool. I wasn't expecting to see that. That was really cool. The best thing about that right there is that gave 0 reaction time to Fiora. Is like any kind of ability flash combo, like with Lee Sin when he does a kick flash, or Graze when you do a like the auto attack RE combo or something like that. Anytime you use flash to negate or like E flash on Gragas, whenever you use flash to get rid of animation cancelling, the best thing about it is that it gives your opponent 0 time to react. So he presses Q towards Fiora. Fiora's not afraid of the Q by itself, and then she's like, well, if he dedicates to me, I can just flash away. But he Q flashes. Q flash auto, boom. That was beautiful. Oh, he couldn't get away from that one. His ult's not quite up yet as well, so he's going to have to be careful here. He could actually be dead, you know. Nope, he's fine. No worries. So it actually looks like Faker's going towards the Black Cleaver here. That's not too surprising. Jace has already gone for this build. Black Cleaver. Oh, no. Okay, never mind. He's just got a random Rukus from his event triggers. Why not? But in general, before the lethality builds came in, Black Cleaver was a pretty big staple of Zed builds. It was considered to be pretty core on him in Season 7. So it wouldn't be surprising to see a Black Cleaver coming through still. Most champions that would have gone Black Cleaver last patch will still go Black Cleaver this patch, because it's still like a really solid item. You can weave in some lethality here and there, like Faker's doing here with Yumu's and Jace with Yumu's as well. But in general, Black Cleaver. Oh, you missed the ward, Fake. Ah, he's good. Oh, no. Okay, he can't be asked. He'd rather get the CS. That's fine. But in general, Black Cleaver is still solid to do. Don't do what I did last night when I was streaming and I was playing Renekton top lane, because I was up against the Jace and I was actually beating him 1v1, which was very surprising. And because I was beating him and my team was losing, I was like, fuck it, I'm going a full lethality build. And I went Yumu's Edge of Night, and I was the most useless sack of shit in the world. Usually you would rush Black Cleaver on Renekton. I think starting Yumu's is okay, but you have to get Black Cleaver second if you're a champion that historically is a Black Cleaver type of champion. Anyway, pushing out this far is all well and good if he wants to look for the 1v1, but sadly he's probably not going to get the 1v1 if the enemy team shows up and wants to kill him. Fiora showed up here as well, and it looked like players mid lane were going to rotate, so he's okay just to run away, and he is going to complete his phase now, so he's kind of going towards Black Cleaver, but kind of going towards Edge of Night as well. He might just complete Edge of Night and then get Black Cleaver after. That would be what I would assume he might do, because you know, Black Cleaver's good, but he's kind of snowballing. His team's ahead as well. The enemy team is full of squishies. For me, I just think getting the Edge of Night early is fine, and the shield on it is actually pretty useful too. Still, a lot of split pushing coming through from Faker here. He's not necessarily just grouping up all the time. Doesn't really look like his team needs him anyway, so I guess that helps as well. But generally speaking, like his theoretical playstyle here, if he's focusing more on split pushing, then he forces players to come at him with smaller numbers, which means that Zed can shine. Zed doesn't like to team fight too much. He's not a terrible team fighter because he can kill a squishy. Here we go, boy. Let's slow it down. Not sure if he's going to have enough here. Oh, is he outplayed by Jace? He's outplayed by Jace. He's outplayed by Jace, boys. It's happened. Jace got him. He got him. Probably not a great idea to fight him out of the tower there, but Faker, mate. Outplayed by the Jace. Imagine that. You're some random solo queue player, although this guy's probably a professional Korean player and I don't know it. Some random solo queue Jace player. And you 1v1 Faker in solo queue on his Zed. Can you imagine that? God blimey. Still getting a little bit ballsy there. But in general, that's kind of what Zed is looking for. He's looking for opportunities where he can try and 1v1 people, because he would rather take a 1v1 than a 5v5, you know, like even though the numbers are the same, it's no number advantage, it's still proportionate 1-to-1. He would rather have just fight one person. You know, he's very good at doing that. And when he split pushes, he draws a lot of attention to himself. That forces people to come and try and defend against him. And then he can just endlessly split push, pressure towers as well. He takes them very fast, force the team to defend against him. And when that happens, he will get his allies to fight an unnumbered fight. But he's actually rotating here now. So team fight has gone down. Faker's like, you know what, mate? I'm getting involved in this shit. So here he comes. He's zooming in. He's ulting onto the Zyra here. He's got his Edge of Night popped, which sadly didn't block the Zyra ulti. Probably because it got hit by the plants. The double Shuriken here again. Moving targets onto the Fiora focus here. Got to be careful. He's taking a shit ton of damage. Isolates himself a little bit from his team, but it's not enough because he's got it. I'm not sure what you're doing there, mate. Not enough because he's got this shit. I think Jin actually healed him a bit too late there. Yeah, Jin was baiting the heal and baited the shit out of Faker. Jin had his heal up and Tahm Kench has the heal buff. He was... Oh, Faker, I'm so sorry about that one, mate. He was baiting for the Jin ult, the Jin heal, and it never came. Jin, mate, what were you waiting for? What were you waiting for? There's nothing to wait for there. Just pop the heal. Still a good team fight win there, which is all well and good. Really nicely played by Faker again, and he even put his shadow behind him there to jump out of the fight afterwards. If we take a look at the gold totals here, you can see that it's pretty heavily in the blue team's favor. Faker's team is doing really well here. Faker has a shit ton of CS as well, which is really nice. And Tahm Kench's top is destroying Fiora. Oh, am I missing something? I'm missing something. Sorry, we'll rewind this. Sorry, my apologies. So here we go. Zoom, 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 boom. Oh, here he goes. He's popped the, whenever you pop the U moves and the Edge of Night, here he goes. W, ulti, E, dodges the Q, flashes over the wall, punches him, slashes him, back to the shadow, and the pop. Pop goes the weasel. There it is. It makes it look so easy. He just makes it look so easy, man. Good. Gosh gone diddly darn it, man. He's got his actives up again. Probably no ulti here, but he can just swag dubstep ignite. No worries. Good shit. Oh, look at that sound. That was beautiful. I love Jin's thematical presence as a League of Legends character. The lines he has are really cool. The little sounds he's got are really cool. His character design is nice, but it's like his lore as well. He's just some really crazy geezer who's obsessed with the master. Oh, here he goes. He's ulted in. He's immediately jumped out. And then jumps back to his shadow that he jumped in on. But sadly, he gets stunned up or whatever it was there and he couldn't move. Unlucky. Still dancing around like a madman and making it work, to be honest with you. He's getting shit done. That's the Baron ping there as well. Bit of a selfish blast cone Jin, but we'll see. Tahm Kench is very, very tanky. Triple AD armor, but triple AD iron build as well. I guess if the enemy team is full AD, then it makes it very easy to itemize against. So here we go. He's not going to take any damage. He doesn't take any damage. They get the Baron. No worries. Karma goes down though, but that's fine. I think Baron for your support's life is probably a decent trade. So he's got the Edge of Night here, and then he is building into this Black Cleaver. And looky here, more lethality. So this will be the Dust Blade, the final item. This build is going to give him ridiculous amounts of damage against... Oh, here he goes. Edge of Night. Yumu's. Hits the abilities. Is baiting out for the riposte. Here comes the Fiora riposte. Don't use anything. Nice. The E. Misses the Q. Unfortunate. Misses the Q, but it's... Oh, yeah. That's the... Was that a flash from Fiora? Yeah, that's the flash. Unfortunate there, just right on the backside that he misses the Q. Because that was very close. Very close. But you got to be careful in those 2v1s, Faker, mate. I know you are God himself, but even God himself struggles in 2v1s. Oh, here comes the Jin. Wow, I don't think I've ever... Is that a bug? Did you guys see that bug? Wait, let me rewind that. Do you guys see this bug? Wait, let me fast forward. It happened right at the end of this fight. Wait. Like, do you see this right here? This bug? Look. Tahm Kench eats Fiora. But then... You see that right there? This fat frog, he died. How does a triple AD armor building Tahm Kench die? I don't think I've ever seen that before. Disgusting champion. Alright, let's speed on up here. Let's get Faker alive again. So it's follow him. Zoom back into the games. Oh my goodness, he's going in again. Straight in onto the Zyra here. Pop. Back to the shadow and he's out. He just does not stop, does he? He just genuinely does not stop. He just runs up to a lane and just ults someone that he sees. Disgusting. He's got his BF sword as well now here. He's going to keep skipping forward until Faker has his ulti. It's probably not going to look too interesting, although his ult is nearly up. Very nearly up here. Here he goes. There's the Yumus. There's the ult. 0 health. He just jumps in anyway, man. He just does not care. He just jumps in, ults, does a bit of damage. And he does it. Did he kill someone there? Wait, he actually, did he kill? I think he killed someone. He killed the Zyra. Did he actually kill the Zyra there? He generally just jumps over the wall and just shits on this Zyra. Beautiful stuff. Good job, Faker, mate. Alright, let's keep zipping because it's just the blue team stomping right now. Taking the base. Sees Faker do some Faker things. He's running up mid. Here comes the MF play. W's in. Yumu's Edge of Night. There's the combo. Oh, and the blade on the edge of it as well. The twin shadows right on the edge of his shadow. He just doesn't stop. He literally doesn't stop. He just keeps going. He's going in again. Does he have a shadow to jump back to here? Doesn't need one. He makes his own shadows. Beautiful. He's back, boys. Nice. Pops to GA. Standing around here. He's going to get eaten by Time Kench. Is that the bait? Nope. No need to bait because Jin is 16, 2, and 10. As you do. Casually. Alright, so this should be the game here, just finishing things, jumping onto Fountain, because why not? Who cares about KDA when you're Faker? Hey, you don't need to impress anyone. But there it is, boys and girls, there it is. That is Faker, that is Faker on his head. Disgusting stuff, holy moly. Hope you enjoyed the video, boys and girls. If you did, of course, you can hit me with that cheeky thumbs up. You can subscribe to me for more League of Legends content. We do spectates just like this one. We've spectated Rush in the past. We've done a Rengar player that stomped all over loads of Korean pro players. We've done the best Singed in Korea as well. We've done loads of spectators of people who are very good on specific champions and trying to learn how to play these champions. So thanks a lot for watching the video, boys and girls. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a good evening, and I will see you in my next video.